Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the finest Dawn of War Unification cast inside of East Yorkshire, and today we have a 1v1 on Fata Morgana. Over at the Necron corner we have McDynoman, and over in the Imperial Fist corner we have Spriggsy. Spriggsy cooking up a Tech Marine, double Siege Marine squads, as well as a Hand of Dawn, and a, if I can even click on it, a Siege Generator. And the Necron player, well that's interesting, he's going to go for a Necron Lord straight away, which is very interesting. It takes him a while to get out, and he's not seeming to build any plasma gens, so we'll have to see where this strategy goes. Now, if this is your first time seeing Necrons in Unification, just have a listen at this. Yeah, look at that. There's voices for the Necrons, which is absolutely baller. That's what we like to see. So, Siege Marine's going to be going out, having a little look-see at these strategic points over here. Tech Marines are finishing up on this Siege Generator over here. Hand of Dawn, with its fist up in the air, holding what looks to be like a Master Ball of some description. And look at that. Wonderful voice acting for the Necron Lord. Ah, it's like melting butter in a toaster or some shit. It's fucking brilliant, love it. Yeah, anyway, just I imagine that there's not going to be all that much action at the beginning of the game, as Imperial Fists, naturally a defensive faction, like to play on the defensive, and Necron's generally a slow building economy, but I suppose this is why the Necron Lord is coming out as early as he is. He's going to probably be having a look, see what he can poke around. We do have a heavy bolter turret being built up by this Tech Marine over yonder, so let's see what is being done by the Necrons in a bit. Siege Captain, Mr. Vin Diesel himself, is coming out. He believes in family, he believes in the Emperor. Some Necron warriors are out as well. Do these guys have voices as well? Not quite, but they still sound quite sexy. Necron Lord having a cheeky look. Gonna see what he can see. He will see this Tech Marine just finishing his listening post over here. He's going to be firing away with his Staff of Light, if that's what you call it. Chasing away this dude. Although Tech Marines are very, very chunky boys. Of all the builder units we've seen in Vanilla, Pro, all that stuff, I do believe that the Tech Marines are the chunkiest builders you can get. These Siege Marines hiding behind their giant shields, where we're just popping some shots. And look at that true grit. They've got like a bolter gun, but it's holding it in one hand. Big hands on these yellow banana boys. Although, once in close combat, they won't survive very long against this Necron Lord of all Korava? Korava, obviously. It was in the vanilla game. Vin Diesel is out. He's got his big stick of death. We do also have a listening post with shooting bits on. He's equipped with a las cannon of some description. We'll send this boy away, and he is at half health at the moment. So a little bit zealous. We're now getting to see... No plasma generators yet. Do they even build plasma generators? Ah, there we go. Economy online a little bit later than you would expect. So they will be doing that. And look at that heavy bolter to it. Let's have a quick ganders at that. That's a beautiful model. Little wings on the side, little targeting thing. Absolutely glorious. Hand of Dawn building some more regular Space Marines. If you're not familiar, the Siege Marines, the Imperial Fists, they don't really build multiple generators. They've just got the one singular generator that they can upgrade throughout the game, I do believe. Usual links to the Thelaughingmax's channel in the description below. He's got a whole series of playlists and whatnot to explain all the races. Definitely give that boy a watch, and also his shoutcast as well. Very, very good stuff. He gets all the angles, you see. He does all this and gets the zoom-ins, which I'm not as good at because it gives me vertigo and makes me very ill. When watching other people do it on their channel, it's totally fine, but when I do it live, it gets me a bit ill. Don't mind zooming in like this, though, and we will be seeing a little bit of mischief going on around here. Necron Lord going to be slapping around this Siege Captain. Well, the Siege Captain is going to fall back into the defensive perimeter of these Space Marines. Do believe these Siege Marines, they give like a... There we go. If you can see when these Space Marines get a little bit closer, they get these little heavy cover shields on them, so it's like a general aura, although they have to be standing quite close, so you can see not all of them. Like, they only have to get about maybe that far away before the buff goes off. Necro Warriors pushing in. Siege Captain going to be trying to engage these Necron Warriors in close combat, tying them up a little bit, although the Necron Lord will be trying to push him back as well. Necron Warriors will teleport away, though this is a chunky amount of boys to push through. Especially with all these boys coming around the side as well. So it does look like the Siege Marines will be doing some sieging themselves. What's going on over here? It does look like we've got some maybe flayed ones in the kitty. I'm going to swap over to the Imperial Fiskart side just so we can see some of their unit barks.
As ever, your faithful servants.
That Space Marine seems to have a stutter, which is something I can appreciate. I too know the pain of having a stutter.
Legions of the Satan!
Brilliant. Legions of the Satan, or the Catan, or the Saitan, however you prefer to pronounce that. Is a lot of Space Marines there. There's a lot for them to have to deal with, especially with this limited number of Necron Warriors. There's some flayed ones coming round the back. Siege Marine going to chase into these Necron Warriors. Necron Warriors are very similar to Vanilla in the sense that very good at close combat, very good at range, but they just like to get involved with whatever they can. They don't mind whatever kind of position they take in combat. Blade ones charging, largely being ignored by the Space Marines. They're just doing like a little bit of a stutter step back, although this river is providing them a little bit of a difficulty in fleeing back. I'm going to swap back to the Necrons because I want to hear the Blade ones. I don't have that much in the way of unit back. Fair enough. Necron Warriors moving around to this side. They do have a significantly larger amount of boys now, and they have got 2 Gorse Reapers in their unit, which short range spread AoE, which is, I do believe has a knockdown as well, which would be very, very useful for them to knock these boys down, push them back. And even though the Space Marines did have the superior numbers, these Necrons are holding firm. Necron Warrior, though, quite low on health at the moment. They will probably be just chilling out round the back. Probably going to regen some health. We haven't seen any, what do you call them? The building where they can get all the upgrades. The Forbidden Archive, that's what it's called. No Forbidden Archive as of yet. But like we said, the Necron economy was quite slow to start off with. These Builder Scabs over here are going to be pushed back. And the Space Marines are just going to chill out in this little choke point over here while these Necrons push forward, or push sideways, I suppose. What's going on the base at the moment? We do have Tier 2 going for the Siege Marines. Fortify on there as well. We do have a Canoptic Wraith, heavy infantry. Takes reduced range from, or takes reduced damage from range attacks. Will be ideal in keeping up with these Marines. And there we go, look at that. It's these Necron Warriors constantly knocking these boys back, so especially with their slightly slower movement speed as well, they won't be able to escape as quickly as they would like. This obelisk has gone down by the Marines there. Flayed ones slowly but surely pushing forward. These guys are being upgraded with something, or maybe nothing. Do you have like a special gun or something? There was lots of boomy bits going on there. It just seemed like there was like an upgrade there. This Space Marine squad slowly but surely being harried by these warriors. They will be blundered up. Dead Banana Marines scattered around. Obelisk is going to be rebuilt up. Canoptic Wraith now on the field. Ready, willing, and able to get into melee combat when McDino, or MC Dino Man remembers that he's there. There we go, look at him getting involved. Not sure what the difference between a Canoptic Wraith and a Wraith is. I just think it just looks cooler. Well, I suppose in modern, what's it called, modern Necron lore, that anything that didn't used to be a Necron tier is now Canoptics, like Canoptic Attack Spiders, Canoptic Wraiths, Canoptic anything else. I think that is the classification, although my Necron lore is not all that up to date. I've only read 2 Necron books, which is Infinite and Divine and the Twice Damned King, or the Twice Dead King, or something like that. Well, let's have a look. We've got a armory, plasma weapons, we've got heavy armor, fortification being built up. Lots of big shooty bits on all these listing posts. Naturally, as the Space Marine player is wont to do. We do now have Tier 2 going for the Necron player. So that's cool. Necron Warriors slowly pushing out over here. Siege Marines will probably want to maybe use these listing posts. Although, again, why not? Just get involved. We do have a special ability going down. I assume that either increases their damage or lets them survive longer. We do have some Can we see them? Yeah, we do have some Space Marines over here. Been upgraded with some plasma guns. Going to go up against this obelisk. Necron Warriors not seeming to give one damn or one iota. They are just going to push forward and do what they can. Does seem as the it does seem that the what's his name? Vin Diesel has gone down. Although we have a significant amount of Necron Warriors pushing out as well. Space Marines slowly but surely chunking their way through this obelisk. Will get it. May even go for that decap. Possibly. Necron's almost getting their tier 2. Necron Warriors pushing out. Plasma guns are plenty over here. We are getting a sergeant on this squad over yonder. Builder Scabs trying to capture critical location in the middle. Probably will not survive as these Space Marines turn around and blast them straight in the chops. Flayed Ones chasing back these Space Marines. These Space Marines a little bit quicker than their Siege Marine counterparts. Now, an engagement going on two flanks here. Necron Warriors pushing down the middle bridge. Flayed Ones slowly creeping their way round the flanks. Bit of a stutter step going on. I do quite like the micro going on here. Do a little bit of firing, move back, do a little bit of firing again. These guys are going to turn their attention towards these Flayed Ones. Now within range of the listing purse with its shooty bits. This Sergeant, lowly and alone, will be... It does look like the Necrons are going to get a squad wipe. And they will do it. Razorback Mark 1 is out. Lots of plasma bits. I mean, does it tell us what they have? It has a Hull Mountain Storm, Bolter, Twin Link las cannons, and 2 plasma guns. So, ideal for going up against, I imagine, heavy infantry. I mean, yes, it's primarily the las cannon will be good against buildings. Necron Lord now got his upgraded bits. Looks like he's got his little scabs for health regen. John Cena beam for, which is quite, you know, a bit lonely over here, but that's fine. Necron Warriors now on the back foot will try and retreat. Necron Lord, not liking this Razorback Mark 1, will teleport away. And what are the Necrons building in response to this? Not much. 101 and 58 to 60. So the Necron economy is definitely a bit lackluster at the moment. You normally see them in about the 80 to 90 region, I do believe. If Unification Necrons or anything like vanilla Necrons. Do have a second Razorback coming in. Builder Scabs desperately trying to get this Ghost turret up online, although the Builder Scabs will be annihilated from a distance. Necron Lord teleporting away just in the nick of time. Still nothing being built up at the moment. The Necron economy is quite desperate at the moment, just building up these, rebuilding their infantry, really. Canoptic Wraith killing around the side. Its regen is quite slow, to be fair. Warriors focusing down on the infantry. They can't do anything against these Razorbacks. And Razorbacks are pushing back for some reason, which I'm not sure why. Maybe they're just waiting for some bigger, meatier stuff. A Siege Dreadnought will be coming out. Devastators as well. I suppose rather than risk pushing in, they might win with this kind of force. But then again, they may as well just wait to get the bigger guns online. And then they'll definitely win. So it does give the Necrons a very limited window to bring on some bigger guns and bigger tech. John Cena beam coming down, reducing the sight of the Sergeants and the Razorbacks. Not enough time for the Necron Warriors to get in close combat or close range fire, but it does push them back for a little while. We do have an Immortal squad coming out. Might want to see a couple of those. You have a Siege Dreadnought. Does it have a bark? Hold on. Oh. Let's have a look.
Offer your bodies.
Offer your bodies.
Sacrifices.
Yeah, glorious. Look at that.
Without faith, it is impossible.
Yeah, I like his little helmet as well. Without faith, it is impossible.
I am an extension of the Emperor's work.
And Vin Diesel is back online. Yes, that's what we like to see. Necron, Flayed Ones are going to go back into the Monolith, probably going to teleport around the side. We've got 2 squads of Necron Warriors. This Necron Warrior squad going to be absolutely massacred straight away. This Immortal squad going to do a fair bit of damage towards this Siege Dreadnought. Does look like the Necron Lord... Oh no, Necron Lord is still online, still available. Necron Warriors have teleported away somewhere. Just ever so slightly this way. Immortals managing to just destroy that Dreadnought just before he was able to get into close combat with the Immortals. Immortals are now making quick work of this Razorback. If they could just stay online for a little bit longer, will be forced back there. And they will teleport somewhere as well. On the far side here. This will give the Necron Warriors a bit of time to move around the side. Flayed Ones are back in the Monolith, ready to jump out as and when appropriate. Necron Lord teleporting in the middle, going to throw down a John Cena beam before trying to move away. He will need to get away before everything starts firing at me again. He will not survive for long against this impressive bolter and plasma gun fire. Necron Warriors chilling out over here. They are getting their Ghost Reapers and more squad members. Immortals moving out. Ooh, and the Immortals are back as well. They are ready, absolutely. Looks like we've got a second squad of Flayed Ones in there as well. Immortals being pushed back. They do not want to lose this Immortal squad. It's absolutely key to keeping the Razorbacks back. Only one boy left. We'll have to move him back as far as they can. Necron Warriors and Necron Lords still round on this obelisk over yonder. Flayed Ones are out. They're going to come round the front. And some Flayed Ones round the back as well. Immortals now moving forward again. We'll be focusing down on this Razorback. Flayed One's going to try and distract these Space Marines for as long as possible. They do not want to be firing all those plasma guns. These boys as well also going to go for some heavy bolter turrets as well as... Oh, just heavy bolter turrets, never mind. Both Razorbacks have fallen either way. And the Necrons do seem to be holding back the Siege Marines. John Cena beam does come down. These guys don't seem to have any form of retreat path really at the moment. We'll probably try and push past these Immortals. The Immortals won't do all that much damage towards them. Although this Immortal over here, full squad wipe, not having a grand old time. Vin Diesel finally pushing forward. Although not in time enough. It was not fast, but god damn it, will he be furious when he sees all his... Aha! Oh, sorry, I made myself laugh then. That's a rare thing. These boys, equipped with, by the looks of it, a whole squad of missile launchers, which it doesn't tell me on their squad card over here, so I don't know if that's anything to do with our... Oh, they have like a little toggle thing where they can toggle between missile launchers or bolters. I think that's an upgrade that they can get. At least I hope that I'm not seeing things and just seeing that they're picking up missile launchers and putting them away. I'm not going mental, am I? Necron Warriors pushing out once again. Without the Razorback Mark 1s, these Siege Marines and Squad Marines are... Oh, look at those. We've got some Devastator Centurions online. Fantastic models. Absolutely gorgeous. Teleporting in. Going to be making quick work of anything that comes within range. This Space Marine, however, not having the best time of his life. Flayed One's going to be teleporting back home. Or the back over here, sorry. More Necron Warriors coming out, as well as a whole fleet of Builder Scarabs. These boys are going to be pushing back. Necrons are still on their tier 2. And it does look like the Imperial Fist player is firmly in at least tier 2, tier 3. With these Devastator Centurions. While things are calm, let's have a quick gander at their models. Phenomenal stuff. Especially the red glowy eyes. Gorgeous boys. Necron Warriors pushing out. We've got a greater summoning core being built up. Builder Scarabs coming out en masse. Got a decent amount of money in the old bank for the Necron player. Be interesting to see if he goes for more models, or whether he just goes for tier 2. This will be a time for the Space Marines to do a push. I mean, if the Necron is trying to tech up, that will have his unit production offline for a little while. What's going on in the base over yonder? We do have Siege Masters. Trenches, vegetational walls no longer offer cover protection for the enemy, which is something. And it's all gone relatively quiet. Devastators with their heavy bolters. Devastator Centurions not getting any of their graviton guns or las cannons. And here comes the push. Necron Lord taking the brunt of the damage, but he does have quite good health regen. They are going to be changing their focus onto the flayed ones over here. As they are coming out, they are quite vulnerable. I've lost a couple of models. Space Marine squad over here having their morale broken. Necrons are pushing forward in this general direction. Devastators opening up with their heavy bolters. Going to be getting a squad wipe on these flayed ones. Yeah, that is a squad wipe, so only 2 Necron warrior squads are left. And they will be made quick work from the Devastator Centurion squad. Nearly another squad wipe from these boys. We do have some models around the back, although they've got nothing to really focus on. Tech Marine Terminator is out now as well. Necrons going for tier 2. Ah, there we go, so even if they want to get some more boys, they just can't, and with their 30% time bonus, their tier 2 is not going to come out. Oh, sorry, tier 3 not going to come out anytime quick. Let's have a look at this Terminator Tech Marine. Oof! Little greaves and the old shoulder pads. Yeah, that's what we like. Big push coming from the Siege Marine player now. This does have an air of finality about it, but the Necrons have pushed them back before. It all depends on will they be able to get tier 2 and some models out before these boys push in too far. And look at that, just 4 models instantly dropped by the sheer amount of firepower brought to the 4 by these boys. Heavy bolter turret now going down, going to be quite literally hemming the Necron warrior into their base. Ghost turret being put up by the Builder Scarabs. We'll be taking some pot shots at this Space Marine squad. Does take a couple of shots for them to drop one Space Marine. One Space Marine has dropped. Necron Lord throwing down a John Cena beam, although to what avail? Well, I suppose distraction. Distraction is enough. And now that Necron player has got tier 3, goes for some more Necron warriors. Although with the staying power of the Necron warriors, not sure if they'll be able to build up a big enough army in time. Immortals upgrade themselves with also a Tesla carbine, long range, small AOE weapon. Does it tell us what kind of enemy it can destroy? Ah, effectively against most targets. So they just need to keep it alive. They have got one Tesla carbine online. So keep these boys round the back. Let's see what we can do. Oh shit, I didn't even notice. It's a Land Raider Prometheus. Well, the Necron player, let's be honest, is probably not going to do all that well here. Big wedge of cheese on tracks. Moving into your base. With bolters, missiles, all that jazz. It just won't. It's not a recipe for success for the Necron player, is it? Necron warriors falling like tin cans ready for recycling. Necron Lord goes out, and MC Dino Man, or McDino Man, sorry, falls prey to the Siege Marines. So a fantastic game. You know, there was. I thought that the Necrons were on the up and up towards the mid game, but Siege Marines managed to hold on to their economic lead and all that jazz. Anyway, my name's been Mr. Landchat. Pleasure as always, never a chore, and I'll see you in a bit. Peace.